They say the way you start your day determines how you live your life. And I believe that with all my heart. Waking up early is not simply about rising before the sun. It's about making a conscious decision to meet yourself before the rest of the world meets you. It's about greeting the day not with noise, but with stillness. There is a sacredness in those early hours when everything is quiet and you can hear yourself think. That stillness is not empty, it is full of possibilities. In those moments before the chaos begins, you are given a rare gift: time. Time to breathe, time to realign. Most people wake up and immediately rush into the noise, scrolling, responding, running. But what if you gave yourself a moment before all that? A moment to say, I am here, I'm alive. I'm grateful. Waking up early is like pressing a reset button. It's a chance to leave behind whatever happened yesterday and embrace today with fresh energy and intention. You see, your mornings are a mirror of your mindset. If you start your day with peace, you carry that peace with you. If you start your day with intention, everything you do becomes purposeful. It's not just about productivity, it's about presence. When you wake up early, you allow yourself to slow down. And in slowing down, you start to notice things. The sound of the birds outside your window, the softness of the morning light, the quiet rhythm of your own breath. These things seem small, but they ground you. They remind you that life is not just about the big moments, but about appreciating the little ones. When I started waking up early, I wasn't trying to become more successful. I wasn't chasing achievement. I was trying to find myself. I wanted to listen to the voice inside me that I had ignored for so long. The one that said, you are enough. And the truth is, it's hard to hear that voice when your day is filled with noise. It's hard to connect with your purpose when you're always in a rush. But in the morning, when the world is still asleep, you have a chance to be honest with yourself. You have a chance to ask the questions that really matter. Who am I? What do I want? What kind of life am I creating? So many of us are searching for meaning. We're looking for answers outside of ourselves, in people, in titles, in things. But what if the answers you're looking for are already inside you? What if you just need a little space to hear them? Waking up early gives you that space. It gives you a window of silence to reconnect with your values, your dreams, your truth. It gives you a moment to sit with your emotions, even the uncomfortable ones, and say, I see you, I accept you, but I will not let you define me. Some mornings are harder than others. There are days when you wake up and the weight of the world feels too heavy. Your mind is foggy, your heart is tired, and all you want to do is stay in bed. And that's okay. You are human. You are allowed to feel. But even on those days, especially on those days, showing up for yourself matters. Waking up early isn't about perfection. It's about resilience. It's about reminding yourself that no matter how hard life gets, you are still choosing to rise. When you wake up early, you give yourself the opportunity to lead your life instead of just reacting to it. You're no longer letting the day control you. You're taking control of the day. That small shift changes everything. It gives you clarity. It gives you strength. It helps you move from a place of intention rather than urgency. And over time, that becomes a habit, a mindset, a way of being. There's something powerful about watching the sun rise. It's a quiet reminder that life keeps moving, no matter what you're going through. The darkness doesn't last forever. Light always finds its way back. And so can you. No matter how many times you've fallen, no matter how broken you feel, the morning brings with it a new beginning, a second chance. A whisper that says, try again. Sometimes people say, I'm not a morning person. But being a morning person isn't a personality, it's a choice. A choice to honor your life by being present for it. A choice to start your day from a place of calm instead of chaos. A choice to meet your dreams halfway by showing up before the world expects you to. When you wake up early, you're not just changing a routine, you're changing your relationship with yourself. You're telling yourself, I am worth this effort. My dreams are worth this time. My peace is worth protecting. And the beauty is, once you begin to experience the benefits of an intentional morning, it becomes something you look forward to. It stops being a chore and becomes a gift. It becomes a sacred ritual, a time that belongs only to you, whether you spend that time meditating, journaling, reading, praying, stretching, or simply sipping tea in silence. It becomes your foundation, your anchor, your safe space in a world that's constantly moving. You don't need to wake up at 4 a.m. You don't need to do 100 things before breakfast. You just need to create a little space. Space to breathe. Space to feel. Space to be. Set time to check in with your heart. Ask yourself what you need today. And then slowly build from there. You are allowed to take your time. What matters is the intention behind your actions, the love behind your habits, the commitment behind your choices. Because in the end, waking up early is not about being better than anyone else. It's not about proving anything. It's about living in alignment with your own values. It's about choosing presence over passivity. It's about standing in front of the mirror each morning and saying, I am proud of the person I am becoming. And that is where true transformation begins. You don't need to have everything figured out to begin. You don't need to have the perfect plan, the perfect mindset, or the perfect circumstances. All you need is the courage to show up. Every single day, the most powerful thing you can do for yourself is to show up, especially on the days when it feels impossible. Waking up early isn't just about creating more time. It's about creating a life rooted in discipline, not dictated by how you feel in the moment. Discipline is choosing what you want most over what you want now. It is saying yes to the future version of yourself, even when the present version of you is tired, overwhelmed, or unsure. There will be mornings when your bed feels warmer than your dreams, when your eyelids are heavy and your soul is even heavier. And that's when the battle begins, not with the world, but with yourself. The comfort of staying still is strong. It whispers, you deserve to rest just 5 more minutes. You can start tomorrow. But here's the truth. Tomorrow is a lie we tell ourselves when we're afraid to face today. Every time you hit snooze on your alarm, you're not just delaying your day. You're delaying your growth. You're putting a pause on your purpose. And you deserve more than that. Progress doesn't come from the grand gestures. It comes from the small, consistent choices. It comes from the quiet victories, like getting out of bed when no one is watching, like choosing to journal when it would be easier to scroll, like moving your body, feeding your mind, and centering your heart before the world gets a piece of you. These aren't just habits. They are declaration. They are silent, powerful messages you send to yourself that say, I am serious about my life. I am not waiting to be rescued. I am not waiting for motivation. I am creating it. Discipline is uncomfortable. It doesn't always feel good. It doesn't always give immediate rewards. But it always, always leads to freedom. When you build the discipline to do hard things, especially the hard things you know are good for you, you start to see yourself differently. You begin to trust yourself again. You begin to look in the mirror and see not just a survivor, but a warrior, someone who didn't give up, someone who chose growth over comfort, someone who chose to rise instead of remain. There is nothing wrong with rest. Rest is sacred. But rest is not the same as retreat. Discipline is not about punishing yourself. It's about honoring your potential. It's about understanding that even if no one else sees the effort you're putting in, you do, and that matters. Because discipline is a form of self-respect. When you wake up early, When you keep the promises you made to yourself the night before, you are building something that no one can take away from you. Integrity. And that integrity becomes the foundation of your confidence. Most people don't fail because they're not talented. They fail because they don't stay consistent. They wait to feel ready. But you don't need to feel ready. You just need to move. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. But discipline, that's your anchor. That's your fire on the cold mornings, your compass on the lost days. Discipline says, I don't need to feel like it. I do it because I said I would. And the more you choose that, the stronger you become, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. When you wake up early and choose progress, you start to live differently. You stop chasing perfection. You stop waiting for the ideal conditions. Instead, you start appreciating the process. You begin to understand that every day you show up, even if it's messy, even if it's not your best, is one more brick in the foundation of your dreams. It's one more page in your story. And those pages matter, even the ones filled with struggle, especially those. Perfection is a myth that paralyzes us. Progress is the truth that frees us. You're not meant to be flawless. You're meant to be faithful. Faithful to your journey, your growth, your calling. And when you focus on progress, you give yourself permission to be human, to stumble, to learn, to try again. Progress teaches you that falling isn't failure. Staying down is. So wake up, rise. Even if you have to crawl some days, move forward, because the only way you lose is if you stop moving. Choosing to wake up early is a quiet rebellion against the noise of the world. It's a declaration that says, I refuse to live life on autopilot. I refuse to be reactive. I choose to lead. Yourself with love, with purpose, with courage. You stop waiting for a sign and become the sign. You become the light you were looking for, and people will feel that. Your discipline will inspire others in ways you'll never fully see, not because you told them how to live, but because you showed them what's possible. You never know who's watching you. Who sees you getting up early, doing the work, staying committed? Maybe your children, maybe your friends, maybe someone quietly struggling who just needs to see that it's possible to keep going. Your discipline is not just for you, it becomes a ripple, a silent encouragement for someone else to rise to. And that's the beautiful part. When you show up for yourself, you unconsciously give others permission to do the same. In a world where everyone is rushing to be seen, sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is slow down and see yourself, see your strength, see your worth. See how far you've come. And know that you're not waking up early to prove anything to anyone. You're waking up early because you refuse to settle. Because you know your dreams are real. Because you believe somewhere deep within you that this life has more for you and you're willing to reach for it. One sunrise at a time.